rally against rent evictions that they say could put them out on the street. Details in a live report.
UC patient care and service workers are striking across the state, including here in San Diego.
Traveling through the San Diego airport for Thanksgiving, I'm Abby Black, working for you on what you need to know before you take off.
We'll tell you where a new study says the best Black Friday discounts are, and it's probably not what you think.
How you could win this holiday tree and every gift underneath it for $1 while helping sick and injured children.
The Kelly Slater Surf Ranch, they say it produces the 8th wonder of the wave world.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts right now.
We begin tonight with the tenants of 2 apartment communities in the South Bay who are at the Imperial Beach City Council meeting right now fighting to stay in their homes. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee.
And I'm Steve Price. In tonight for Carla Chiquetta. Hawaiian Gardens and Swell Apartments served eviction notices to all of their tenants so the new owners, 2 large corporations, can renovate the apartments. CBS 8's Kirsten Holmes talked with some of those renters ahead of tonight's City Council meeting. She now joins us live with more. Kirsten.
Yeah, I am here outside of the Imperial Beach City Council meeting. It's just about to get started. The tenants held a rally outside of their apartments, which sit next door to each other, and then they walked here 2 blocks to City Hall to the Imperial Beach City Council meeting to beg the city to change local laws to stop what they call rent evictions before they say they get put out onto the street.
Be on the street. I'm on SSI. There's no place to go. I will be on the street, me and my walker.
Susan Vanderlinden says she's lived here for 8 years, and now she has to move out, and she's not alone. All of her neighbors and her neighbors at the apartment complex next door are going through the same thing.
Hawaiian Gardens received 90-day notices for the same thing, for substantial repairs. And it's also another corporate landlord that just bought the building.
Jose Lopez is the director for San Diego's Alliance of Californians for Community Empowerment, or ACCE.
It's horrible, right? We're already in a huge housing crisis, and things just keep getting worse and worse. And it's because these corporations get to come in and just displace people because they can.
That's why Jose says ACCE is working with the tenants to get the city of Imperial Beach to help keep these families in their homes. This year, the city of Imperial Beach enacted laws to make it harder to evict people or raise rents too high, increasing requirements to terminate a tenancy for substantial remodel.
But there are cities that have stronger laws that don't allow somebody to evict a tenant to make repairs. They have to relocate them temporarily and let them come back at the same price when the repairs are done. And that's what we're asking of the city of Imperial Beach to do as well.
Right now, the property's new landlords only have to offer relocation assistance equal to 1 month's rent to substantially remodel the units, leaving the people who live here now looking for somewhere to go soon.
I honestly don't have a clue. Rent is so high right now. 2 bedrooms is $2,800. So it would be a little struggle for me and my family.
We have families here. We have disability people here, handicapped people here, and now we're gonna all be homeless. It's ridiculous.
We're back out here live at the Imperial Beach City Council meeting. A lot of those residents are making their way inside right now. They're going to be heard at tonight's meeting, and then next week they're going to meet with the Legal Aid of San Diego to figure out next steps. Now, FNF, the new owners of Hawaiian Gardens, sent us a statement that says that they exceeded local laws by giving 90-day notices because only 60-day notice is required in this situation. They also say that they will refund the deposits of their tenants, which they also say is not required, but out of their generosity, that's what they're going to do. Their full statement is online at CBS8.com, and we will follow this story for you as it develops tonight at 11 on CBS 8. Reporting in Imperial Beach, I'm Kirsten Holmes. Back to you.
Kirsten, thank you. Right now, crews are mopping up after a brush fire in Spring Valley. The fire near Millar Ranch Road, next to State Route 94, is not far from Steel Canyon High School.
The fire caused a big scare, but crews were able to stop it from spreading. All evacuations have been lifted tonight. About 15 acres burned. No word on what sparked this fire. It was one of 3 fires that broke out today. Tonight, all have been stopped and are out. We have more details about the fires posted on CBS8.com. You can also follow us on social media or download our free CBS 8 app.
Right now, 37,000 UC healthcare workers are on strike, citing staffing shortages and pay issues. Today, CBS 8 spoke with a worker at UC San Diego Health in La Jolla who believes the University of California has not been negotiating in good faith. The UC contract with patient care workers ended in July. The contract with service workers ended on October 31st. In a statement sent to CBS 8, UC San Diego Health says its facilities will remain open during the strike, which is set to end tomorrow night. Tonight, San Diego health officials are urging people to get their flu shot amid rising cases all across our county. Last week, 116 new cases were reported. That's up 77 from the week before. Now, so far, the county has seen more than 1,200 flu cases, up from a little more than 700 at this same time last year. As you know, holiday gatherings are quickly approaching, and in addition to getting vaccinated, health experts are urging people to be vigilant by covering your cough and washing your hands frequently.
People who live in Bankers Hill are expressing concern and frustration over what they say is an increase in crime in their neighborhood. This comes after 2 elderly people were seriously hurt in a series of random, unprovoked attacks last week. One resident we spoke with today blamed the uptick in crime on the growing number of people who are homeless moving into the area from downtown.
Anytime they do a big tent cleanup anywhere, we see a spike in our neighborhood because of our proximity to the park, where there's space for camping, there's access to water, they can use some of the street lights to plug into electricity. Where we're growing concerned is that there seems to be not sufficient patrolling.
San Diego Police Chief Scott Wall met with residents this week. The department says it is working to hire more officers to contact homeless people in the area and improve response times.
Right now, 2 people are walking from Tijuana all the way to Oceanside to raise awareness about the issue of youth homelessness. This walk is being done by the YMCA of San Diego County in honor of National Homeless Youth Prevention Month. California has more than 1/3 of all accompanied homeless youth in the United States. The YMCA says if you effectively address youth homelessness, it can reduce chronic homelessness as an adult by 50%. Quite a sight in Imperial Beach today as workers with the Port of San Diego installed new piles on the IB Pier. Piles are the poles that support the pier, and today workers used a helicopter to lift and precisely put them in place. Each pole about 50 feet long. They weigh up to 1,000 pounds. Workers are going to be back out there tomorrow using a rig to hammer them into place. The pier is closed to the public this week, but is set to reopen this weekend.
Thanksgiving travel is surging with packed planes, jammed highways, and crowded cruise ships. But despite higher ticket prices, millions of Americans are on the move this holiday, both by plane and by car.
CBS 8's Abby Black is working for you, showing us how you can beat that rush.
The San Diego airport estimates that the number of passengers traveling through the airport during Thanksgiving week will be up 4 to 6% compared to last year. And with Terminal 1 under construction, there's a lot that you need to know. We're working for you so you can be prepared if you're picking up, dropping off, or taking off the holiday season.
Thanksgiving travel's underway. I caught up with Simone Morgan, who flew from Newark to spend Thanksgiving with friends in San Diego.
Trying to get ahead of the travel rush.
I found while TSA numbers show slightly fewer travelers so far compared to last year, San Diego International Airport is expecting a major surge. An airport spokesperson tells us that they're preparing for a 12.5% increase over pre-pandemic levels during peak Thanksgiving travel, which is between Tuesday and Sunday.
During that time, we anticipate seeing as many as 460,000 passengers arriving and departing through that time period.
If you're one of those travelers, you'll notice significant changes at the airport. Terminal 1 is undergoing major construction, creating some new challenges for travelers. Here's what you need to know to plan ahead.
You'll want to arrive early. The airport says the busiest times curbside will be from 4 a.m. to 6:15 a.m. and then from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and then 8 p.m. to midnight.
I drove the route heading west on North Harbor Drive and noticed the entrance to Terminal 1 comes sooner, so you'll want to move over, but don't get stuck behind these cars. I also noticed that some were waiting to pick up their passengers. The airport recommends that you wait in the cell phone lot in Terminal 2 for passengers to arrive.
That way you're not driving around the terminals and adding to congestion and making your experience more frustrating.
You can also reserve a spot in the new Terminal 1 parking garage. The busy travel season extends beyond the airport. AAA projects 6.5 million Southern Californians will travel during the 7-day Thanksgiving period, either by plane, car, train, or on a cruise.
We do project that 6.5 million Southern Californians are going to be traveling during this 7 travel period for Thanksgiving.
And I found some good news if you're traveling by car.
In California, we are going to be paying the lowest price since the pandemic, so around $4.50 a gallon.
By air, land, or sea, plan ahead.
Yes, it'll be hectic.
Working for you at the San Diego International Airport, Abby Black, CBS 8.
And remember, if there's something you'd like us to look into, just email us at workingforyou@cbs8.com. President-elect Donald Trump wants to get rid of birthright citizenship, but is that something he can unilaterally do?
Our Verify team has that answer still ahead. Plus, the so-called bomb cyclone pummeling parts of California and the Pacific Northwest with winter weather.
That's right. We are talking about that storm system. It's going to get closer towards us, but it's going to offer up a chance for some showers and light rain in the forecast. Before we get to that point, still the chilly temperatures at night, warm afternoons, and also talking about breezy conditions and cool into next week. Those details are coming up.
I'm Kelly Slater, and we are here at Kelly Slater Surf Ranch in Lemoore, California. We got more coming up, so stay with us on CBS 8.